Oh my god. Make a clip of that?
No shit.
Right there, smoothly in down the back straightaway. 3-car lengths separating. Big send on the inside. Kyle Terzak up the racetrack. Contact between the two, and it's going to be Braxton DeWeese winning here at Nashville. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to the WD Broadcasting Network. We are qualifying right now, but welcome to the 4th race of the season for the Street Stock Showdown division. Last season at the Langley Speedway, Zach Murphy went to victory lane. Murphy beginning his qualifying runs right now. This is the car that he took to victory lane 1 season ago. His first career victory in the Leave the Pack iRacing League. We'll see what Murphy can do on lap number 1. He'll go to the 2nd spot. A 16:48. Mark Keedeman currently holding that top spot with a 16:38. Murphy comes around to complete his 2nd lap. One more time around for Zach Murphy. Brandon Elvis in the 54 machine. His 2nd lap time. 3rd quick with a 16:48, and as I say that, Elvis back to the 4th spot as Brady Cox in the 76 machine goes to the 3rd spot. Elvis on lap number 3. Across the stripe, he'll stay in the 4th position. Cox on lap number 3 slows it down a little bit as well. Sorry, this is Brady Cox's final lap, so we'll see what he can do. Final time through turns 3 and 4. He'll go the best lap that he went in the session, but unfortunately not going to be enough to move up any positions there. So Mark Keedeman, your fast qualifier here tonight. So far this season, Keedeman not making a start in the Street Stock Showdown division. Keedeman with 4 wins in the Leave the Pack iRacing League, making his first start of the season tonight in the Street Stock Showdown. We'll see if we can't grab a word from him. Mark Keedeman up in the broadcast booth, you got a copy?
Yes, sir.
Alrighty, well, for the first time this season, you're going to be making a start in the Street Stock Showdown division. I believe last season, your first start in the Street Stocks was right here at Langley. Kind of a coincidence there, but obviously a lot of speed at the Langley Speedway. You had speed last night in the late model division. What's it going to take here in 50 laps at Langley to win in the Street Stocks?
Just keeping the right rear under it really. This thing is god awful loose, so hopefully I don't die. And the last time I raced here in the street stock, I ended up head on in the outside wall, so hopefully that doesn't happen either. But yeah, it's just going to be tire conservation, hopefully.
Yeah, it's going to be a longer 50 laps here for the Street Stocks. Tires are definitely going to be a big deal. You guys don't get a set in the pits, obviously. 50 laps is going to be tough on that right rear tire, but you got a lot of speed in that 2 machine here tonight. Hopefully we can be talking to you later on, Mark.
Yes, sir. Hope to be here.
Alrighty, well, good luck to you, and yeah, like I said, hopefully we can talk to you post-race.
Yep, thank you.
Alrighty, folks, Mark Keedeman, driver of the number 2 machine. Your fast qualifier here tonight. 2 drivers did not get a lap time in. Jeremiah Woods and Brandon Kelly. So they'll be tagging on to the end of the field. Only 9 cars here tonight in the Street Stock Showdown. The first 2 weeks of competition for the Street Stock division, we saw 20 plus cars These last 2 weeks, we've kind of struggled to get the street stock drivers to come on out. But last week was good, even with the limited 11-car field. As these drivers given a 2-minute warm-up, we'll see if we can find anybody else in the voice chat. We'll see if we can't grab a word from James Pileski. Qualified in the 2nd spot here this evening. We'll move James up into the broadcast booth. James Pileski up in the booth, you got a copy.
Hey, buddy, how's it going?
Pretty good. All right, well, you won Monday night in the modified division, your first win in LTP. You were 2nd last night, 6 top 5s in a row. You qualified 2nd here this evening, so you're off on the right foot once again. What's it going to take to pick up win number 2 here and lead the pack tonight?
Well, we start deep with the 7-car invert, so I think we're starting 6th on the outside. So really just stay clean, because there's going to be some people up there that are going to be a little bit, not used to being up there. So just got to avoid the carnage. Cars are loose, so, we'll just play it by ear, I guess.
Alrighty, well, 7-car invert, definitely going to be a fun one. Only 7 cars qualified there. That's going to put our buddy Wade on the pole, so this is going to be a fun race. 50 laps here at Langley. Mark said a lot about tire saving. What's that going to have or what kind of role do you think that's going to have in 50 laps here?
You definitely have to save your right rear. You don't want to be, really making any noise with it. You don't want to slip it any. So it'll be a lot of saving the right rear, but at the same time, you have to keep yourself in position in case something happens. Caution, a wreck. You can starting in the back here. We're gonna have to be on our toes. Me and Mark both.
Yeah, definitely gonna have to be on your toes. You guys start deep in the field, despite your qualifying effort. But the race you guys are on the grid, so we're about ready to begin our 50-lap race. Going to be rolling off from the 6th spot here tonight, James. Good luck to you. Hopefully we can talk to you later on.
Thank you, sir. Hope to see you in 50 laps.
Alrighty. We'll get our starting lineup on screen. Up front on the pole here tonight, Wade Enyart in the 210 machine. Gonna take that top spot. In the 2nd position, it'll be Lewis Flowers in the 62. In the 3rd position, Zach Murphy, who won this race 1 season ago, going to roll off from the 3rd spot. Brandon Elvis in the 54 up on the top side. In the 4th position, starting in the 5th spot, it'll be Brady Cox in the 76 down on the bottom. Then your 2nd place qualifier here tonight, James Pileski in the 93. Mark Keedeman in the 2 machine, going to roll off from the 7th spot, your fast qualifier. Then it'll be Jeremiah Woods Jr. on the outside lane in the 222s. And rounding out our field, Brandon Kelly in the 9-car. So the field begins their pace laps here. We'll have 2 laps, and then we'll come to the green flag. We've got 9 cars here in the Street Stock Showdown field tonight. But these drivers ready to put on a show. A 7-car invert going to put your fast qualifier, Mark Keedeman, back in that 7th spot. But a ton of good drivers stacked throughout this short field. A lot of these guys were here the last time that we came to the Langley Speedway. Murphy was the winner there. Keedeman, like he mentioned, did not have the best of luck there. Brady Cox came home 2nd in this race last season. Keep an eye on that 76 car as the field works their way into turns 3 and 4. The pace car is off. The green is up. The green is out. We're underway. Brandon Elvis wasting no time there on the start. Lewis Flowers having a hard time getting going. Flowers up the racetrack. A lot of drivers made contact there in the 1 and 2. And oh, Wade Enyart in the 210 machine goes around. The caution flag is out. The caution flag is out. Wade Enyart in the 210 machine went around. But Flowers in the 62 made contact right there. And then there was more contact up off the corner. I think Enyart in the 210 machine got maybe hit from behind by the 29 of Zach Murphy. We'll watch right here from a different angle. And around went the 210. You saw the contact right there. Brandon Elvis going to assume the top spot after that eventful restart right there. Elvis, your leader. Murphy second. Brady Cox running in the third spot right now. The field going to come around to the 1 to go signal. One to go signal given right there. We'll be sending them back single file. Going to try to re-rack them and restack them here. Your front 4 cars are Brandon Elvis, Zach Murphy, Brady Cox, and Mark Keteman. Unfortunately, James Pileski in the 93 machine, his top 5 streak will be over after this race, so tough break there. But the pace car getting ready to pull down pit road. Elvis through the restart zone into the gas pedal. We are back underway. Into turns 1 and 2. Elvis going to assume the lead down the back straightaway. We'll have Zach Murphy and Brady Cox on his rear bumper. Your top 4 all within a second there as they enter turns 1 and 2. All nose to tail, a couple car lengths separating Mark Keteman and Jeremiah Woods Jr., who gets underneath Brandon Kelly for the 4th spot, or 5th spot rather. As up front, Zach Murphy, the man who won this race last season, trying to go back to back, and oh, the caution flag is out. What happened to Brandon Kelly in the 9 machine? It looked like he got loose off of the second corner and around he went. Brandon Kelly in the 9. I believe going to call it a night after that one. The field going to get a quick caution flag here. The 1 to go signal given. Brandon Elvis going to take the bottom lane here on this restart. Murphy up on the outside lane. Brady Cox 3rd in the 76, and to his outside, Mark Keteman in the 2 machine still holding strong in 4th. Through turns 3 and 4 into the restart zone. We're back underway. Elvis with a good restart that time. Able to get through turns 1 and 2. He'll have the lead. Meanwhile, Zach Murphy under pressure from Brady Cox in the 76. Murphy going to drive deep into turns 3 and 4 to slam the door, but he's going to have to open it back up sideways off the corner. Here comes Brady Cox to the inside. Ooh, Zach Murphy big time sideways there. A bumper from the back of the, or a bumper from behind as Mark Keteman moves his way to the inside of Brady Cox. Keating loose on the bottom. That's going to allow Cox to pull away for now. But the two machines still with a nose to the bottom side. They're beating and banging off of the second corner. Brady Cox trying everything to hold that second spot, and it looks like he will for now. Mark Keating, your fast qualifier here tonight, trying to find somewhere to go early on. As this time by, we are 14 laps in, working lap number 15 right here, just 35 laps to go. A short one here at the Langley Speedway. These guys don't have a lot of time to pass and move to the front. Brandon Elvis right now with a 9/10 of a second advantage. As into turns 3 and 4, you see your front 5 separated. Wade Enyart, the final car on the lead lap, running the 6th spot. Brady Cox running in the 2nd position right now, under fire once again from Mark Keating in the 2. Keating to the bottom side right there, trying to put a move on him for the 2nd spot. Keating to the bottom. Brady Cox in the 76 going to have to give way for now. He's going to try to find a way in front of Jeremiah Woods Jr., but Woods going to put that 222 machine to the inside. Woods trying to fight for a spot on the podium here at Langley. Looks like he's able to work by. Cox going to go back to the 4th spot for now. Move Jeremiah Woods up onto the podium. Now Mark Keating going to try to set his sights on your race leader, Brandon Elvis. This time by 20 laps in, 30 laps to go. We'll look at the last time by lap times. Keating a little bit quicker than the 54 machine, and rather very similar lap times. The gap opening up just a little bit, up to 7/10 of a second now off the corner. Elvis just slightly quicker that time. And you see how close the field is right here in your top 4, really your top 5. As into turns 1 and 2, Keating very sideways there on the exit of the corner. Might be starting to experience a little bit of heat in that right rear tire, like he talked about early on. This time by lap number 25 for Brandon Elvis. We'll get the cross flags at the stripe right here. It'll be 25 in, 25 to go. Keating very sideways in that 2 machine. Just trying everything he can to get that car off of the corner. The gap has closed up a little bit, 6/10 of a second now. Keating is taking out a 1/10 of the lead, but if he wants a shot at the win, he's going to have to do a little bit more. The car definitely starting to look pretty loose there in the 2nd spot. As you see him struggle up off the corner, that's going to allow Elvis to get away just a little bit. The lap time's really starting to tick into the favor of lap time is really starting to fall in favor of Brandon Elvis in the 54. Is here's the move for the 2nd spot. Jeremiah Woods in the 222 machine making a move on Mark Keating. He'll take over the 2nd position. Does he have anything for your race leader, Brandon Elvis? As we have 21 laps to go across the line. $21 to go for Elvis. The battle is still on for the 2nd spot. Keating back to the bottom side. Gonna try to work back around Woods. Woods loose up on the outside lane. We've got 20 to go across the stripe that time. Keteman looking a little bit quicker here in the 2 machine. He's got a second to make up. As now Brady Cox in the 76 machine trying to find a way around Woods in the 222s. Brady Cox back to the 3rd position. 18 to go across the line that time. Keteman a little bit quicker than Brandon Elvis in the 54. He's got just under a second to make up. He's got 17 laps now to do it. Might take a caution flag here. With only 6 cars on the lead lap, only 7 cars on the racetrack at this point, it's going to be tough to hope that you get a caution flag. Keteman's really going to have to put the burners on here if he wants any shot at the victory. Brady Cox in the 76, starting to put some pressure on Keteman in the 2. As they continue to cut into that race lead. 15 to go at the line, 3/4 of a second for Keteman. Trying everything he can to get to the back bumper of the 54. Through turns 3 and 4 that time. Very sideways. Elvis looking a little bit sideways as well up in the lead. On board with Brady Cox right here, just seeing what these drivers are dealing with right now. Wow, Mark Keteman all kinds of sideways up off the corner that time. These cars definitely starting to become a handful, especially with this long green flag run that we've had. Everybody sideways up off the corner. Just who can put the best 12 laps in a row here. As Keteman in the 2 machine starts to straighten out that car a little bit, just trying everything he can. 7/10 of a second now at the line. 11 laps to go, and oh, Keteman in the 2 machine way sideways there. A lot of time lost there. Cox in the 76 going to move around to the 2nd spot. 10 laps to go. 10 laps to go for Brandon Elvis, and the lead just got a whole lot bigger. A lot of the weight off of the shoulders of that 54 machine. He can almost coast to the finish. We've got 9 to go. The gap is 1.6 seconds. Cox a little bit quicker, but just a huge deficit to make up and not a lot of time. 8 to go across the stripe that time. Jeremiah Woods to the inside of Mark Keteman for the 3rd spot. New fast qualifier back to the 4th position. Brandon Elvis out front, looking to put Wade Enyart 1 lap down. He does through turns 1 and 2. This time by, it'll be 6 laps to go for the 54 of Brandon Elvis. Elvis trying to pick up his 2nd victory of the season. Went to victory lane at the new Smyrna Speedway just a couple weeks ago. 5 laps to go right there across the line. Elvis came into this evening with the points lead in the street stock division. He had 19 points over Chris Smith, who unfortunately is unable to make any iRacing events right now, having some PC troubles. So unfortunate for Chris Smith. He won last week in the Street Stock Showdown. Unable to race here this week. But Brandon Elvis working his way down the back straightaway, still a 1.4 second advantage. He'll get the popsicle sticks right there. 2 laps to go at the Langley Speedway. 2 more times around for Brandon Elvis, trying to pick up his second victory of the season. This time, white flag 1 more time around at Langley. Elvis started this race in the 4th position, worked his way up quickly on lap number 1 to take that top spot, and he never had to look back. The checkered flag is up, and Brandon Elvis wins at Langley. Brandon Elvis picks up the victory at the Langley Speedway. Had 5 cars finish on the lead lap right there. Still a good race up front for that top spot. It was a good battle for second as well. But Elvis, your winner. Cox second. Jeremiah Woods Jr. third. We're going to take a step away, and then we'll grab a word from our top 3 when we return. We'll be right back right here on the WD Broadcasting Network in just a moment. Alrighty, folks, we are back here on the WD Broadcasting Network, ready to bring you guys a word from your top 3 finishers here tonight. We'll put the final finishing results up on screen. And grab a word from our top 3 finishers, starting with our 3rd place finisher, if we can find him up in the booth. Jeremiah Woods Jr. looks like he is not in the booth right now. We'll get a word from him momentarily. But we'll start with our 2nd place finisher, Brady Cox. Up in the broadcast booth, 2nd place finisher here tonight, Brady Cox. How do you feel after 2nd place here at Langley?
I feel pretty good. Sucks the field was only 9 cars or 10 cars, but it was a pretty good race after those first yellow or 2.
Yeah, 2nd Langley race in a row in the street stock division. You finished 2nd. I think potentially your best finish of the season so far in the street stock division. So definitely a good run for you here tonight. Haven't had the best of luck so far this season. How does it feel to finally get a run where you can feel like you finished where you ran the entire race?
Yeah, it feels pretty good. This season's been I want to say hit or miss, but it's been mostly miss. So finishing on the podium really feels good.
Yeah, definitely has to feel good after um, that race, and definitely never really giving up. You were back to the fourth spot at one point, kind of got muscled out of the way there. Kept your composure, got back to the second spot, and ultimately finished there. Who do you have to thank for the second place finish here this evening?
I gotta thank you for hosting the league and broadcasting it like always. My buddy Justin for spotting me, and his girlfriend for letting him spot me. She wasn't too happy tonight, but yeah, and my dad for watching and supporting my racing.
Alrighty, well, congratulations to you, Brady, on your second place run here in the street stocks. Super late models coming up. Going in there with a little bit of momentum with the second place finish here in the streeters. Where do you stack up with the super late model?
I used to run a lot of super late models on here. Langley's not been my best track, but I I hope this momentum carries over to super lates and I can run pretty good there.
Alrighty, well, hopefully we can talk to you later on. Congratulations to you, Brady, on your second place run here in the street stocks.
Thank you.
Alrighty, folks, that was your second place finisher. Now to grab a word from our winner here tonight up into the broadcast booth. Brandon Elvis, you get a copy.
Hey, buddy.
Alrighty, well, an eventful lap one right there. You took it up on the top side 3 wide. Ultimately got the lead in turns one and two and avoided the mess that happened behind you. Other than that, it was a pretty simple race. The 54 machine was out front and it looked almost untouchable. How do you feel here tonight?
Yeah, I guess lap one there, I was either going to be a hero or zero. No, I was kind of just sitting back off those guys because I've never raced around them. I know they're probably not really familiar with the front row or being up towards the front, so it might have been some nerves there or something. And we're just going to stay behind and just kind of see what happened. And they didn't go when the green flag came, so I saw an opportunity and I took it. Other than that, just rode the whole time. Just made sure I didn't step it out any on the right rear and kind of saved it. We could pick it up, get 2 or 3 tenths there at the end of the race if we needed to. So I had the golden horseshoe tonight, I guess you could say.
Yeah, definitely had something else there at the beginning of the race. Avoided all that chaos, like I said, and ultimately got the victory. Your second of the season. We have a super late model race coming up after this. I know we worked on the setup a little bit throughout the week and tried to get that dialed in the best we could. How do you feel about your chances going into that race, coming off the win in the streeters?
Oh man, it's a completely different animal, but the idea is the same: is to keep the right rear underneath it, keep the right front on it, be there at the end.
Yeah, definitely going to be a fun race. Super late models, obviously, a lot of drivers' favorite cars, I could say. Definitely my favorite car on the sim. So that is definitely going to be a fun race. But before we get ahead of ourselves, who do you have to thank for another victory here in the street stock division?
Yes, sir. Coleman Design, Burials Performance and Fab, Chestnut Hill. My teammates at Elvis Coleman Racing, Coastal Performance, WD Broadcasting Network, and you for putting this league on for us.
Alrighty, Brandon. Well, congratulations to you on your second victory of the season here tonight in the Street Stock Showdown division. We wish you luck in the Super Late Model sessions up, so let's both head on over there. But one more time, congratulations to you.
Thank you, bud. Hope we can talk to you again here soon.
Yes, sir. Alrighty, folks, that was Brandon Elvis, driver of the number 54 machine. We've got some business to handle over on the super late model side of things. We're going to head over there to that stream. Video link is posted. If you liked what you saw here, hit that red subscribe button. Thank you guys for watching. We're going to head on over to the Super Series, but thank you guys one more time for watching Street Stocks. I am your host, Winston Deal, signing it off.